Hi, I'm Barbie Romero, the Director of Event Programming at MediaPost. Welcome to our Brand Insider series, Ask Me Anything. After each of our summits, we always have amazing feedback that you have great conversations and make great connections. So today we have with us Kevin Shanley, Principal of Brand and Advertising Optimization at Discover Financial Services. Welcome, Kevin.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Great. So we had you with us last at the Data and Programmatic Summer Summit in August, and
Yes,
a lot of talk was there about Google not depreciating cookies anymore.
of
Do you have any
course.
advice for brands, like if they should continue that path or should they not?
Yeah, the news wasn't all that shocking to us. I think we've seen Google kick the can down the road multiple times now. So really, our stance and kind of my personal POV is you have to kind of stay the course and kind of maintain what you're doing, identifying alternative solutions like UID2. I think we've seen a significant surge in the popularity around contextual targeting as well, and we've seen some strong success with that. So cookies or no cookies, we will continue to use them for scale purposes, but at the same time, looking at building out alternative solutions in the event the cookie does ultimately go away.
Yeah, and brands are starting to like build their own data sets anyway. And
Exactly.
that being said, how do you balance privacy with that? Because you want to be able to engage the consumer by personalizing their experience, but you also don't want to be too creepy about it. So how are you able to balance it too?
Totally. Yeah, compliance and targeting for us is something that is a massive part of my day-to-day process. So working in a financial institution like Discover, there are certain regulations on how we can and cannot target users. So personal identifiable information is something that we have to factor in when we're building out our campaigns. So while in my past life, looking at building a very personalized audience approach, maybe something that I've done at Discover, it's not, because those are protected classes and we're not able to target that. So what we've done instead is really shifting more so towards relevancy via contextual targeting, making sure that we're reaching people in the right moment and around the right content. Because we know that when someone needs a credit card, it's not necessarily a linear journey. When you need a credit card versus when I need a credit card, they're completely different. And because we have these compliance restrictions in place, we're looking at more of those emotional based moments and content and aligning with that to get our message out.
Great. So that's great. That's great. Segue to the next question about emotional moments. I've seen some great creative around Jennifer Coolidge and Matt Leinart. I love the spot where Jennifer is talking about if she's talking to a robot and then the agent tells her, "Oh, are you a robot?" And she's like, "Am I a robot?" So
Right.
I love that ad. But that being said, so do you do anything with these partnerships after they're like on TV, on CTV? Do you do anything else with this content?
Yeah, yeah, we amplify a lot of it on social. So TikTok, Reddit, Meta, we repurpose a lot of that content and push it out across social, as well as CTV, online video assets. Since most of them are all video focused, we're amplifying most of it across social. But we're glad to hear that you love the commercial. She's been a great spokesperson for us and a great partner. So looking forward to continuing that partnership and putting out more videos because we do the brand spots like customer service. That's a huge proof point for us. We have great customer service, but we also have partnerships with the Big Ten and with the NHL. We're the official credit card of both. So there's specific creative around those as well.
With these partnerships, do you believe you hit like different target segments? So like some person might like Jennifer's acting, so they'll relate to that more. I mean, that's me.
Yeah.
And then someone else will watch, I guess, sports. So you'll go after like the sports fans with the other ones.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And the creative is specifically tailored more around hockey or around football for
Mhm.
those specific messages, so it reaches that consumer. But we've also found that Jennifer, people resonate with Jennifer and they like her humor as well. So it's a great way to kind of cut through a lot of the clutter that you see.
Great. So we have a fun one here. This might make you think a little bit. If you could have dinner with someone that's alive or dead, who would that be and why?
Oh, that's a great question. Let me think about that for a second. Alive or dead? I would love to have dinner with Jay-Z. I think that as a businessman, he's done a lot. As a musician, he's done a lot. I think that was a viral question on TikTok a couple months or years ago. I think that that would be a very eventful and also very interesting conversation.
Yeah, yeah, he's like a big like music mogul now and it's
Exactly. Yeah, and
everywhere.
he
Yeah,
oversees a lot of the sponsorship around the Super Bowl. So I think that he, outside of his music career, which is obviously outstanding, he has a lot of great knowledge and insight into business as well.
yeah. Great. So talking about dinner, what is your favorite like food item, like guilty pleasure?
Ooh, I'm a big living in Chicago. I'm a big steakhouse guy.
Uh,
So that certainly is my guilty pleasure when it comes to getting a nice dinner. And there's no shortage of nice steakhouses in Chicago.
I went to a steakhouse in Chicago that Al Capone went to, I think. I don't know back then.
Okay.
But I forgot. I think it's called Chop House or something, but I
Yeah.
like steak too, so my
Yeah.
guilty
Yeah.
pleasure too.
Yeah. It's great.
Great. So now we're part of the show that we can ask you quick questions,
Yeah.
one answer only, and try to keep it short.
Okay.
What are you streaming right now?
I'm streaming right now. I've never seen this before, but I'm currently streaming Prison Break that I heard was great. So
Yes.
I'm on season one right now and really binging through it.
I love Prison Break. My husband's actually rewatching it again. So
Okay. Yeah, I'd
um
never seen it. I know, it came out years ago and it was always just kind of in my queue. But I started it last week.
yeah, it's a great show. All right, so the next one is favorite place to travel to.
Favorite place to travel to? I went to Hawaii last November, so I would say Hawaii. And while I only went to one island, there's certainly much more that I need to explore. So that's high on my list of a place that I want to get back to soon. Beaches were pristine and everything was perfect there. So
Wait,
absolutely want to get back.
which island did you go to?
We were just north of Honolulu in North Shore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I went to Hawaii a few years ago. I love it there. Like the flight's so long, but my
it's
favorite
worth
city
it.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was your first job?
My first job, I worked basically as a telemarketer. It was quite an eventful job. So this was going to date myself, but this was back in 2011. I worked at a company that sold ticketing and hospitality packages.
Yeah.
Um, but I only had a phone. I didn't even have a computer when I was making my calls and making my sales. So it taught me how to talk on the phone. It taught me how to kind of get out of my comfort zone a little bit, and certainly resilience because
Oh
you're
yeah.
calling these VPs of massive corporations like a Discover and trying to get them to spend $100,000 on the Super Bowl package. And most of the time, they're not very open to that type of phone call. So that was my first job. I lasted a year there, and then agency life was next.
Yeah, I could relate. I had a job that was telemarketing too once. A lot of hangups. So
Yep. Yep.
not my favorite thing, but yes, you learned a lot of resilience
Right. A
and
lot of
to keep
four-letter
going.
words.
You learn how to deal with rejection really fast.
Exactly.
But yeah, well, Kevin, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks. And thanks to the audience for tuning in. If you have any questions or would like to be featured in the spotlight yourself, please contact me at barbie@mediapost.com. Take care.